Hello and welcome back to another episode on Basic AutoCAD. Today we will be looking at polygons and rectangles. We'll also be looking at ellipses and the three different ways you could make them. Also, we'll be looking at these two types of hatching, which is the regular hatch command and the gradient. And then also we're going to look at rectangular revision clouds and also wipeout. Okay, these are the main functions you'll probably ever use out of the draw command panel. And then we'll move on in later videos to the modify section. Basically, the way this is going to go is we're going to start from the left and we're going to work our way to the right. When we finish all of these, we'll go into the insert, annotate, and view, and the different other options we have. We'll also look into paper space after this, and printing and saving, and so on and so forth. So just giving you a heads up on future videos. Okay, here I already been playing around with these. Okay, so let's try to recreate some of these. Okay, so we have, typically the default is the rectangle command. You can write rec, R-E-C, okay, and that will give you the rectangle command. And it's just basically a two-piece command, normally. Apparently last time I was playing with the rotation, so I'll put the rotation to 0. So it's a nice 90 degrees kind of thing. Okay, and you can just specify the second point, like so. You can also use the rectangle command with dimensions. If you type in D, you can specify the length, 100. Oh no, let's just do 10. And the width we'll do 5. Okay, because we zoomed in since the last video, so I'm not going to use those large numbers like 200 and 250, or it will go out of the screen. M is for move, which is a modify command, but right now this has gone over our stuff. So M, select the item, and then move it upwards. Okay, here we go. Moving them out of the way. Okay, so that's the basic use of how to use command for rectangle. I wouldn't use any of the other options that you had available, and I'll show you which ones I was talking about. The area command and the rotation. We have other ways of doing it that are much quicker and easier. Just learning the basics of how to do it. The rectangular command is more than enough. If you select, type E, E also erases. If you hit delete, it will also erase it. You know? So, I like the rectangular command. R is for nearest, so we put a rectangle inside our polygon. So, now let's look at polygons. Polygons, honestly, I can't say I've used it very much other than out of making signs, like stop signs and stuff. So, but I'm going to show it to you anyways. First thing you do is you enter the number of sides. Like it says here, it says enter number of sides, 5 or more. If you try to put 4, that's not a polygon, that is a square. If 3, it's a rectangle, then obviously less than 3, it's not a shape, it's a line. So we'll start out with the regular 5-shape one. Okay. Oh, sorry, you have to hit enter or space. Enter. Specify the location of the center of the polygon. Now here it says inscribed in circle or subscribed about a circle. And I'll show you what it means here. So the first one, the point. So we have 5 points on this polygon. So first one, it means, will it be inside the diameter of the circle, or will it be on the outside of the diameter of the circle? Okay, so the first one, in is in subscribed, and subscribed about is on the outside. So I'm going to say inside the diameter. Okay. As you see, it has 5 points. You can change the radius of the circle, you can change the rotation of it. So here I can say I want the radius to be 10. Okay. So if you drew a circle and its center was in here, okay, and you put a radius of 10, you'll find that it actually would fit inside this object if I hadn't. Okay. See, in subscribe means it's inside the shape. Sorry, just here it's had been outside. But if we had done it the other way, these would be all on the outside of the circle. Okay, just to show you what it means about that. Okay, so let's go to the next one, ellipses. And there's 3 ways to make an ellipse. Well, these are actually ellipses. This is half or a partial ellipse. See, it's not actually a full ellipse, it's only part of an ellipse. Let's go ahead and do the first one by the center. So the center, it says first you pick the center of the ellipse, then you'll pick the diameter, and then the length. Okay, so let's try and copy the 2 that we made over here. Okay, do it this way. Okay, and we're going to go this way. Okay, that is the first version of our ellipse. Second version is 3 points, where you don't actually start from the center, you start from the sides. So you start from 1, 2, then 3. So we're going to try and make it about the same size as the first one that was based off of the center. So we start from point 1 to point 2, and then pick the side. Okay, so just like how we did down here. The third one, like I said, is not a full ellipse, it's only a partial ellipse. Okay, so first you'll put the beginning and the end, like we did in the last one. It's not based off the center. Then you'll put the diameter, and then the 2 points. I'll show you how that works. Okay. Specify the other endpoint. Specify distance to other axis. Okay. Now, there we go. And that's how you make half an ellipse, or you can make 3/4 of an ellipse. The idea is it's not a complete ellipse. Okay. Next, we're going to work on hatches. We have 3 types of hatches, but I'm only going to show you 2, because this one you'll almost never use it. Hatch. You select the hatch. Okay. What you need to do is find an area, like this, or this. Okay. This doesn't work because it's not closed. This will work, but because it's closed. Okay. So I found the area I wanted. You can make the hatch solid, you can make it lines. Here it gives you all the different options for the different types of hatches you can use. Okay. You select the hatch you want, and then you hit space or enter. And there, now you have a hatch. And depending on the scale, it'll either come out like that, or like that, or you can make it solid. If you go back in and you type properties, you can actually change the type of hatch. Okay. To solid. Okay. Now you have a solid colored hatch. Okay. This one and this one are really nice graphical kind of hatches. Don't usually do them in civil drawings, but still nice to learn how to do them. Okay. They work basically the same idea. You find a closed area. Okay. Use the polygon for this one. Okay. You can change the different types. You see you also have the regular ones, not just the colorful gradient ones. And you can change the colors you want to use. Okay. And here are a few other things you can do. Transparency. So actually now, if you take this and you move it, it's semi-transparent. You can see what's underneath it. Just some new features that Autodesk added to the new 2016 version. You may or may not find a use for it, but I found it to be a very nice feature to know exists. Okay. Next, let's look at the revision cloud. This is usually when you've done a drawing, it's been approved, it's been signed and everything. And then you have to do an as-built. As-built is when you need to make a change on site, like you've already started construction and you found that you need to make changes to something. You use a revision cloud. Okay. So my mistake is, around here. Okay. See how it automatically generates you a type of cloud? So now I can say the mistake is here. But what if the mistake that you're revising is not a good shape? Okay, it's not rectangular. Okay, you can make your own shapes, and it has to be a close shaped, of course. Okay, and that's how those work. Freehand basically goes like that. You hit space, and it'll ask you, do you want to go in the reverse direction? No. Okay. Preferably you'd like to close these. Okay. And that's how you use freehand. Okay, so you have those three different versions. And the last thing I want to show you is actually wipeout. Wipeout will block out things. Okay. So now it's still there, but it's behind this wipeout. So sometimes you have a hatch or you have a lot of things, and what you want to do is you want to write some text. Okay? But these things are too colorful. Okay? Now I can add text here, and when I print, it will not show these things in this area, only what's above this. Okay. Basically, if you do draw order, think of 3 pieces of paper, one in front, one in back, and one in the middle. Okay. So if I send this to the back, now it's behind everything else. But if I select this and I go to draw order and I bring it to the front, now it's like it was before. Here it will block everything out that's behind it. It doesn't have any transparency. Okay. I hope these nice little commands are helpful for you. Next time we'll go into the modify commands. Alright, thank you. Have a great day.